first card up is the Hermit. This is really looking at where we need to go, how we need to get there, diving into our souls, really looking at what it is that's working in our world and what's not working in our world. It's also really being analytical, kind of backing away from all the stimulation in our world and just saying, oh, I just got to sort this out and take some time for me and just kind of be quiet and kind of get away from everybody, have some quiet downtime. Everything's kind of gone into fast forward, so we're all trying to keep up with it. And it's hard because we're tired. We have some planetary energy that's making us feel like we just cannot keep up. So the Hermit's coming in to say, make time to slow down, to just stop, take a breath, let it go, release, and figure out where you're headed with things before you tromp into the new things that are all around you and asking you, make choices, make choices. Next card up is have some fun, people. Not having any fun making these choices. This is a whole lot of not having pleasure, wanting to have pleasure, but not having it, not taking time to just relax and do what you need to do, but also being that inner child that needs to go play. This week is really going to ask us to do some play because, you know, when you play, you can go down in your soul. You can access that part of you that's down in there going, what should I do? What should I do? So while you're playing, all this energy comes up and gives you some clarity. I love to put on music and clean my house and just tidy it all up when I have a big decision to make. And for some reason, the music, and I'm singing, and I'm dancing, and I'm cleaning, and that energy of just doing something different helps me get to the answer I am looking for. And you're doing that too. You're looking at how you can break away from all the chains that bind you, all the things that are keeping you stuck, all the things that aren't working in your life. Your mind's going a mile a minute. You're trying to figure it out, and it's about to come your way. Your hopes and dreams are all coming. They just kind of need sorted out and clarified so you can know when they show up that it's the right thing for you, that it's time to jump on it, manifest it, make it happen. And that's what we're all going through this week. It's pretty intense, really. Lots of intense energy. This is the Hierophant coming in to say, I'm talking to you. Listen to your guides, your angels, your higher self, your spirit, your intuition. Go into that high vibrational energy so you can get some clear pictures. Maybe keep a dream journal by your bed this week so you can write down the inspiration and the dreams, prophetic dreams that may be coming through. Everybody's going to feel kind of extra special, intuitive, because we've had this full moon in Scorpio, which is all about intuitive energy, and we're really working on what our hopes and dreams are, what it is we want to manifest, how we want to do it. So the Hierophant is saying, I'm talking to you. I'm spirit. I'm trying to come in and say, this will make you happy, super duper happy. This is a lot of happiness trying to come in. I love this card. Ace of Cups is all about filling your emotional cups, really being your happy, joyful, overflowing heart self and having all your hopes and dreams come true. So that's what this week is all about for us. Pretty intense. It may have some conflict thrown in there because without conflict you can't grow. Really, you have to have conflict to make you go, oh, I need to change this. I need to do this differently. That's not working. How can I shift into something better for myself? Conflict comes in to make us grow, to release what's not working. So we have the planet Uranus in there saying, I'm going to throw you some curveballs, some surprises that you're not expecting. They may be difficult. They may be just really instantaneous and change your whole world. But let me say this, it's a means to an end to get you on a different path and get you closer to what it is you want to do. It's balancing out the karmic energy that's coming along. The Justice card is all about karma, balance, trying to find your groove and all of that. And the universe is saying, I'm bringing that to you. We have Saturn in retrograde in It is bringing some karmic people back into our lives. So you may have people from the past showing up, and you'll be looking at whether it's okay to have them in your life or if you've grown up and moved out of that energy. So listen to your guts, your intuition. Your head will talk you out of what your intuition says. So listen to your intuition, because it'll say, nope, I've grown up. This person doesn't really have a place in my life. They did me wrong. I don't feel comfortable. We don't have anything in common. Or it may say, yay, this person's back. We can heal some things. Whatever it is that's going on with other people around you, the Justice card is saying it's coming to bring you some balance with that. So that's a good thing. It's a super good thing. This is taking off your masks, being you, finally. You can say, okay, I'm not having to wear a gazillion masks to keep up with everything that people want me to do. I'm just going to do me. Yay. This can also be a woman coming into your life who just has a lot of drama. She likes drama. She likes to create drama. She could also be somebody who wears a lot of hats. She could be somebody at work who's just all over the place doing all this busy stuff, trying to get everything done and everybody on the same page. But while she's doing that, she's creating some conflict. So I feel like kind of keeping your shields up around this person. It could be you. You may not like what you're doing at your job and having to do all this multitasking and feeling like you need to tell everybody, I don't like it. But keep your shields up. Listen with your intuition. Put your swords down and honor you. Because remember, the Hierophant is coming in to say, Spirit is talking to you. Spirit is trying to get you to a new place, to do new things, to experience new ways of walking in the world. And some of that happens with some rebirth. This is rebirth energy. Death always means rebirth. Sometimes it means death, but mostly rebirth. And it's really coming in to say, go down deep in your soul, deep, to see what needs to change, to see where you want to go. Because Uranus is in retrograde and Pluto is hitting us all very hard right now, some of you may be experiencing people transitioning over to the other side when Pluto is at its height of doing obnoxious things to planet Earth. People transition. They pass on, they leave us, and it happens suddenly. I just lost my little dog Suki of 17 years, and I miss her so bad. It happened Friday, but she'd been very sick, and finally that decision had to be made to stop the suffering. And it was pretty fast. It was very fast, and it really hurt my heart. But in the big picture of it all, and this is where transitional healing happens, I know it was in her best interest to stop the suffering and transition over to the Rainbow Bridge where dogs play and have a beautiful time. Even though it broke my heart, it's like I know it was in her best interest to transition. You may be having similar things with loved ones. You may be having parents that are having issues with their health, grandparents, siblings, family members, whoever it is, friends. Transitioning right now, that is Pluto energy. It's also the Death card. And because Pluto is really, really beaming down on us, I just wanted to talk about that briefly. Most of the time, the Death card means rebirth, not death of the physical body. In this case, I think it means both. So, on a happier note, this is you giving birth to yourself. Princess of Disc is coming in to say, give birth to yourself. Make money, do your projects, do the things that make you smile. You've been thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. I've said it a million times in the readings the last 2 months that we've been contemplating, thinking, really sorting things out so we can make these changes and make the money. Do whatever job thing is coming up for you. So it's pretty powerful. And last card, you're going to be talking to a lot of people. We have Gemini energy all around us. Happy birthday, Geminis. This is so much Gemini energy, everybody wanting to talk to everybody. And it's wrapping up this kind of heavy, earthy energy that's been going on where nobody wants to talk to anybody. So it's a nice big change that's coming in, and it's going to make you smile while it happens. So that is your inspiration card reading for this week. And I like to wrap it up by doing meaningful messages cards. They're these beautiful cards that are put out by Windbridge Research Center, which is an afterlife research group who studied and tested me and certified me as a real medium. So I want to bring some mediumship into this particular card reading. So today, while I was pulling cards, I had two of them fly out of my deck. And the first one says, "Dear loved one, I'm trying my best to build connections with others and not rely on you as my only source of strength and comfort." So what does that mean? A lot of times I have people come to see me, they want to talk to their loved ones right away. Their loved ones don't necessarily come in right away, but what they do make me feel is that they're busy. They are busy on the other side, especially if they've just recently crossed over. They are learning how to mesh with the energies that are very high vibration on the other side, and so they can't always come and just hold the space with us to have a conversation because they're busy. They're learning, they're evolving, they're doing life reviews, they're doing all the things that we do as a little baby when we come here and we move forward and we start to learn and grow and change. They're doing the exact same things on the other side, and there's different levels of it. So say like your father passed away and you call me up 2 weeks later. First thing I would tell you is it's too soon. Call me back in another 3 or 4 weeks so I can really hold a connection. And then I would talk to him. And he may say, I'm trying really hard to build new connections, make friends, find my path on the other side. And it doesn't mean that he doesn't want to talk to you. It just means he's busy. The other card I pulled is don't disregard things that seem too simple, as if the message should come up and hit you right upside the head. Sometimes subtle is just as validating and important as the more obvious messages you may receive. This is by T.L. Nash from Windbridge Certified Research Mediums. The book in From the Mouths of Mediums, Volume 1 by Julie Beischel. So you can get that book on Amazon and go through Smile because it benefits Windbridge, which is a nonprofit organization. So sometimes the other side will come through so subtle. And you may say, no, that's not really this person coming through. No, I don't believe it. Believe it, trust it, because the other side will reach out very subtly, especially when they first crossed over, and give you interactive messages. All right, so let me give you a little story about my dog Suki, who I told you passed away on Friday. I'm a medium, I'm supposed to get a message, right? All my friends are psychics and mediums saying, oh, she's still around you, she's been around you 17 years, she's still around, and she loves you, and they're telling me all these really beautiful things that will make me feel better and really let me know that she's around. And I'm like, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't felt her. I know she's in transition, but I want to hear something from my baby girl. So last night, I get up at midnight to go use the restroom, and the restroom is right across the hall from my office, which I'm sitting in now, my office. And I have this clock, this little clock. This is my little timekeeper, which is an alarm clock. And I have never, ever used the alarm. And all of a sudden, the alarm's going off. I had been in the bathroom maybe 2 minutes, and all of a sudden the alarm goes off. I'm like, what is that noise? Because I've never, ever heard it go off. And I came into my office, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that kind of freaks me out. And I heard a cough and a sneeze from the bed where my little Suki laid and coughed and snorted and sneezed. She was a tiny Shih Tzu who couldn't breathe. and had issues with her nasal passages and her throat. And she would cough and sneeze all the time. And I thought, oh my God, if I hadn't heard the alarm and come in here, I probably wouldn't have heard the coughing and sneezing because it was very, very soft, very, very subtle. So when you get a message from Spirit on the other side, and it's so soft and subtle, sometimes it can be a cough or a sneeze. Sometimes you may hear a word. Sometimes you'll hear music. Like when I go to Walmart to just have a mental health day or just get a little more mental because it's kind of crazy in my Walmart, I just like to kind of walk around and look at people and get out of my house because I'm here all the time. So when I go there and Mike and the Mechanics is playing In the Living Years, and I'm kind of walking around and I'm suddenly catching myself singing that song. It was played at my brother's funeral, and it's not played very often. I think my brother went to Walmart with me. Very subtle, very subtle. Sometimes I'll smell the faintest scent of Old Spice. Very subtle. So subtle. So pay attention, because that Old Spice could be your dad. It could be your grandpa. It could be whoever wore Old Spice in your life who's now in spirit. Pay attention. Pay attention. That's how you know they're around. And trust what you know and feel. Trust it. Trust it. So I will leave you with that and wish you an awesome week. Be good to you. Take some time, some downtime to recharge your batteries, because this week is incredibly intense and it could really, really wear you out, especially as we go into Thursday and Friday. So just be good to you, and I'll see you next week for the inspiration card reading. Thanks for watching and subscribing. I so appreciate you.